Hi, my name is Dan Shiver. I'm with the Shiver Real Estate Agency, and today I want to share with you 6 mistakes I see people who want to sell all the time. And what happens in many cases, they don't sell, lose opportunities. In many cases, it causes them to delay their plans and or cancel their plans, and sometimes they lose a lot of money. So, let me just take a few minutes to introduce myself. My name is Dan Shiver, the Shiver Real Estate Agency. We've been in business for, 25 plus years. Time flies when you're having fun. But what happens after you've been in business that long? You start to figure out some things. And that's exactly what we've done. We figured out some things, and we've been involved with so many successful transactions. So what I want to do is I want to share some things that I've learned over the years that can help you sell. So there's 6 things that I found that happen continuously when I see people not selling that want to sell. And I'm just going to almost put this in checklist form so that you can follow along. So I have some notes here that I want to share with you. And once you get these 6 things in check or in line, you're going to sell. So let me start up. But first, let me do this. Let me tell you about a story. I'm going to change the names only to protect the privacy of the people that this happened with. So this is going back a while back. And I met this couple. I'm going to call them Mary and John for our purposes. And when I met them, they explained to me how they were so excited because they were going to move to South Carolina. Oh, the excitement level was high. Why? Because when they sat down with the realtor and explained their plans, the realtor said, we could do this. The realtor made promises that ultimately the realtor could not keep. In other words, he did not get them moved. Now, when I met them, you have to understand, they had been through the disappointment, the aggravation, the emotions. They lost the property, the original property they were going to move on because they had one big problem. They couldn't sell where they are. That was the problem. Now, as you can imagine, their children had told everybody they were moving. They told everybody they were moving. They had timelines and all that kind of stuff. But it didn't happen. So, it can be a little embarrassing, but you put all that aside for a minute. The fact of the matter is they did not move. So, anyway, when I met them, they were not happy, put it that way. But I said, look, there's some basic things that if we get them right, you'll be out of here. And we made those adjustments. And within 30 days, we had a contract. And of course, ultimately, they moved. They're in South Carolina and loving life. So, if you're thinking about selling, you probably want to know what these 6 things are. You agree? Okay. So here we go. Here's the 6 mistakes that I see all in all, over and over again. Number 1, the number 1 offense, they overpriced their property. See, a lot of people try to sell based on what they think, feel, or desire to get on their property based on what their needs are, their projected needs. But I need to tell you, the marketplace doesn't respond to your needs. They respond to value as they see it. Nobody has a problem going in the stock market, and buying stocks and bonds or whatever. Stocks go up and down. But no one is going to say to the people in the stock market, hey, listen, I need to get X amount for these shares because I need to make a move, or I'm trying to do this, or I'm trying to do that. Whatever the price is, that's the price is. And that's how it is in real estate. And you have to understand, you can't overprice. I'm going to share another thought with you. Property's only worth what three entities are willing to do. The seller, the buyer, and in most cases there's a lender, and the lender. All three have to agree that that property is worth X amount of dollars, or you can't sell it. So, number one is they overprice their properties. And think about it for a minute. Making a real estate purchase is a substantial purchase. Most people do not go into the first property they see. So they have a working idea by the time they get to you what prices based on what you're offering should be going for. And if you're out of line, then there's three things that happen, and you can tell. Number one is nobody's looking. They say, nah, nope, take a look. Sign number two, you're overpriced. People are looking, but they're not making offers. They're saying, when they get there, they say, I don't know, it's way too much money. I'm looking at this place, and it sounded nice in the ad or whatever, but when I get here, no. And the third way you could tell if you're overpriced is if you're getting lowball offers. So you say, wow, I'm asking X, and I'm getting this low an offer. That's a sign that you overpriced your property. So mistake number one is they overpriced their property. Mistake number two, they don't get a market evaluation or market analysis referred to, or CMA. Now, let me tell you why that is important. It's important for reason number one is obviously so you can price correctly. But then too, in a market evaluation, another part of it, you can find out timelines. If you price here, if you sell, here's what you can expect based on the marketplace. You get to see what other properties, similar properties, are selling for. On top of that, timelines, you can see the trends. So they don't get a market evaluation. There's other things you can do in a market evaluation too, like, hey, listen, you need to address this issue, address that issue, whatever. But that's a market now. They don't get a market evaluation. Number three, they don't take care of the repairs and maintenance. This is a big one. See, a lot of times what happens, and I go into houses and properties, all kinds of properties all the time, and a lot of times people don't take care of the property. They don't do the repairs. They have fancy terms like deferred maintenance. How do you like that one? Deferred repair. That means that they didn't take care of what needed to be done. So you have to understand that if I'm buying your property, I'm looking for this property to be in tip-top shape. If it's not in tip-top shape, then I start saying to myself, here's what's going to cost me to get this property in tip-top shape, and I start deducting off the price that you should be getting. That's reality. So they don't do the repairs and the maintenance. Now, hey, you can live with the issues, but if I'm coming in brand new, I can't live with your issues. You got to take care of the property, repairs and maintenance. Number 4, they don't make their property show ready. Now, listen to this. There's a saying, you can't judge a book by its cover. But when you're trying to sell your property, people aren't going to judge it by the cover. They're going to look at curb appeal. They're going to look at the condition of the property, what's going on here in terms of how it shows. And there are things you can do to make your property look better. For example, you may know that kitchen needs painting. or that carpet needs to be changed out. But you say, and this is a common one, hey, listen, we don't know what the people are going to want. They'll probably want to do their own thing, so we're just not going to take care of the carpet. We're not going to change it out. Wrong answer. You're taking away the show worthiness of the property. Those lights are back from the 70s. Nothing wrong with that. But this is 2022. And most people are looking for things to be at least somewhat up to date. Am I talking about you need to reconstruct the house? Of course I'm not. But I'm just saying to you, if you're not keeping up and you're not making the property show worthy, then you're going to lose points. I'm talking about dollars. Now, there's companies that actually do it, and it's called staging. So there's something you may consider when you're getting ready to sell, because there's people who know how to professionally make your property look better, whether it's furniture placement, whether it's movement, whether it's painting, whether it's color. They know what to do. So consider staging. But you need to have your property show ready. I'm talking about whether it's residential, commercial, etc. And I'm going to share one other thought with you. You ever been to somebody's property and it looks like they cleaned up because they had company? See, your property should be looking show ready all the time. Because if I'm coming in as a buyer, I'm looking at that. I'm judging the book by its cover. Number 5, they decide they're going to go it alone. Oh, I can sell my property. The market's hot. And many times you can. But understand a couple things. Most people don't. Most of the people can't. They don't have the skill set. They don't have the tools. When I say tools, I'm talking about in terms of marketing the property. I'm talking about negotiating contracts. I'm talking about guiding through the sales process, the transaction process. From fine, you got the person who says, hey, listen, I want to buy your property, I'm ready to go. And then you find out 3 months later, they never really were qualified to buy the property. That happens all the time. And it happens because as a seller, you may not know the capability, you don't even know the right questions to ask. So yeah, you can sell on your own, but I'm going to say for the most part, most people need professional help. So they try to go it alone and they don't have the knowledge or the skill and or the tools to optimize that transaction. And number 6, I kind of hinted on it before, improper or inadequate marketing. Now, some people's idea of marketing is telling a few friends, a few neighbors, maybe they'll put a sign up, to run an ad on Craigslist or some of the things like Zillow, etc., etc., etc. And that's all nice, but that's not going to work in a lot of situations. That's why most people end up selling through a realtor, through a real estate agency or a broker. See, because you got to remember, at best, you can put it out there in the public like that. At best. But we have those tools, but we also have other tools too. On the business side, we have things like CoStar, we have LoopNet, and then there's other ones, Showcase. We have things like that. On the residential side, you have the MLSs. But see, here's another thing that a lot of people don't realize you have. A network of proven performers. I'm talking about other agents that work particular areas, have particular specialties. Also, too, you have a group of people who are in your database who maybe saw one property, didn't really connect with it, but now your property comes on the market and boom, they're maybe on the phone and say, hey, listen, hey, We have auto email. We have all these different things working for us. So I'm just saying, improper and inadequate marketing is a 6. So here's a recap. Number 1, they overprice their property. That's a killer right there. Number 2, they don't get a market evaluation to establish value, timelines, what they should do. Number 3, they don't take care of the repairs and the maintenance. You got to keep up repairs and maintenance. Number 4, they don't make their property show ready. Hey, we do judge books by covers all the time. First impressions, you've heard that. Number 5, they go it alone, representing themselves without the adequate skills and tools. And number 6, improper marketing, inadequate marketing. Now, if you optimize these things, you will sell. Now, let me go back to our couple I'm calling John and Mary. It turns out they had 2 mistakes. We corrected those mistakes, and boom, they were on their way. In this particular case, and it's not always the case, we have to adjust the pricing. They were out of line with it. But now, let me just tell you one of the dangers of doing that right now. Just real quick. In a market where the prices and the market is slowing, the interest rates are rising, that trend where it was a seller's market and the sky was the limit is changing. And you're starting to see a slide. More and more price changes I'm seeing every day. So if you're up here and the market's here and the market's going down like this and you want to stay up here, you're not going anywhere. But now here, let me share this thought with you. It won't go down on you and not go down on everybody else. So if you adjust your pricing to the marketplace, on the other end, you can find something because their prices came down too. So they were priced. The second mistake they made is they really didn't, and I'm saying this with love, they didn't get the market evaluation. The market evaluation would have told them up front pricing, but also here's a realistic timeline based on how you price. Because however you price will also predict the speed. Obviously, the more value you provide to the marketplace, the faster it's going to sell. So we adjusted the price, we did the proper market evaluation, and boom, within 30 days they were on the way. So, listen. Here's my proposal to you. I can help you set that straight. But the question is, do you want to sell? If you want to sell, then, hey, you need to get these things right. And I can help you get those things right. We can't help you with that. So, if you want to sell, say within the next 6 months, if you contact me, I will help you get those 6 things right in your property. The second thing, I'm going to add some bonuses for you. I'm going to give you a free report that says the top things, that explains the top things, 10 things you can do to make your property show ready and get more money. Second thing I'll do for you, a bonus item, is I'll have a free on the phone consultation. We can do it on the phone, we can do it by Zoom, we can have a conversation even before we meet. And I can maybe answer a lot of questions and or help get you going in the right direction. So we can do that. And then of course, I'll give you a free market evaluation. So again, to recap, you need to know the 6 things and don't make any of the 6 mistakes. And number 2, on the bonuses, I give you a free market evaluation. Number 2, I give you a free report, the top 10 things you can do to make your house show ready and get more money. And number 3, I'll give you free on the phone consultation on how to get the best buyers for your property. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your time. My name is Dan Shiver. I'm with the Shiver Real Estate Agency. You can call our office and ask for me directly. That's Dan Shiver is my name. My number is 973-684-5505. You can ask for me directly, and I'll be happy to help you. Second thing you can do, you can email me. You can email me at T like in Tom, HESREA @gmail.com. That's T like in Tom, HES like in Sam, REA @gmail.com. All right, ladies, gentlemen, thank you so much. My name is Dan Shiver, the Shiver Real Estate Agency. Thank you.